This is a day one update from Solana Accelerate, starting off with the fact that I got some cool merch, including these glasses. Now, I'm going to try and speed run it all so it just keeps you up to date. First things first, Solana Seeker looks cool. You can still pre-order it. It's $500. We couldn't see too much about it, but what we could see was like the wallet. The wallet was very, very snappy. Other wallets, this is like an inbuilt wallet. Use the fingerprint. It's just really, really fast, really clean. You get a domain name, which is like .skr, which is in all domains. It's a Web3 domain, not a Web2 domain. And I think a lot of people will actually start to use this as their daily driver. I use a Samsung S24, so it's a better phone. What I currently have is better. But I think something like this, because maybe it can help me to get in and out of media positions easier with, just snappier kind of feels. And it's been custom for crypto. I think it will do really well amongst the community. That, I reckon, is pretty exciting. It ships in August. You need a pre-order and you can confirm your shipping details as well. The only thing with it is we don't know what the camera's like. The Saga camera was horrendous. This one we'll have to wait and see how it is. But I imagine they would have learned a few lessons. It's not an easy thing, and until it's like very bullish on mobile. So it's becoming the greatest mobile salesperson. So that's pretty damn cool. Next thing I checked out was Play Solana with Jay. He's one of the co-founders. I covered this briefly like last year. It was like a mint. It was kind of a bit of a stealth mint without promising too much. But now they've got some prototype devices. I'm not a gamer in this sense, and I don't think Web3 games are really going to be there yet, but this is also pretty damn decent. There's airdrops potentially available. You'll run Jupyter wallet natively, and it's got like a hardware wallet aspect as well. It's going to be $289 if you use code Accelerate to get a discount, which is just meant for people to accelerate, but I'm sure you can use it. I think it'd be worthwhile. So I think that's pretty cool, and it's changed my mind. There are a lot of like talks, of course, and I didn't actually manage to catch enough of them. Unfortunately, just having lots of chats with people is really, really good. Soulfully had a cool booth there. There were a lot of different booths from different things. There's a merch store. I bought some BONK merch. Bought this cool thing, just randomly, keeps you lucky, a BONK lucky paw kind of aspect. But one thing here is like, this was kind of, for me, it kind of looked like it was thrown together in terms of that's what I saw on Twitter. It didn't have the kind of long run up that Breakpoint has, but I think this should be done every year. Not in New York. I think it should go all over the US. At this stage, it's just going to be this year, but I think enough demand from the community, this should be a yearly thing. Sometimes California, Texas, just all around, not necessarily New York because it's expensive and kind of hard to navigate and whatnot. But a Miami one, it'd be cool to have Breakpoint, and then you've also got side things like summits and hackathons and all that sort of stuff. But in addition, having Solana Accelerate just every year in a US city. I didn't catch the dev stuff, but that went down a treat. And this one, the vibes are really good. It was really, really busy. In addition, I just had a whole lot of chats with so many different people on different topics. But, this has been a bad day in crypto in general. Even though Bitcoin's pumping, Sui is going through a lot of difficulty. And, even if you're not interested in Sui, you don't want massive exploits of $260 million ever to happen. You don't want to ever celebrate somebody else's downfall. So Solana's building strong, and there was stuff that wasn't talked about or released. I didn't, but I've seen on Twitter related to other tech. Camino's doing some cool stuff. Jupe's got a lend thing coming out in the near future with a partnership with Fluid. And although that wasn't mentioned today, I just see like the amount of potential of Solana. It's like really, really growing. It's really definitely just ship. Had a good chat with Brandon, CEO of Phantom. Did a little clip on that. I'll make sure that that's released if it's not already been released. although Phantom's a fantastic wallet, though I asked specifically, like, you know, what should founders be doing in the future? And I think it's worthwhile. Just really clean UX. Watch this thing, really clean UX. Make sure the support is good, and that you're just treating your people like the kind of Web 2. Make it really, really easy for them. Abstract away all that difficulty and just have them, you know, find your app their home. In addition to that, BONK had, they were the only meme coin represented there. So I think, you know, BONK is just going to provide so much value to the ecosystem continuing. You could also get a free Saga if you're lucky enough to get in there early enough. The big BONK statue outside as well. And overall, like, it's just the vibes, they're really, really good vibes. Really good vibes. Solflare, they had a big presence there. So I think Solflare's doing really, really well on Solana, even though Phantom is doing well in their multi-chain. I think we've got a whole lot of good wallets and good infrastructure providers making this blockchain really seamless and work well. It was actually kind of shoulder to shoulder, almost like sardines at times, which was good. Like the turnout was really, really epic. And that was just day one. Now day two, there's agenda on. You can watch it live. I'll see if I can kind of recap, if my team can recap some things. And I'll try and watch some things live. But specifically, there's a huge amount of stuff. I think if you can watch it, if it suits, this is all Eastern time, right? 10:30, how to run a crypto business, Mike Dundas. Token aligned companies at 10:40. PayFi, if you want to learn more about PayFi and human finance, 10:47. I think this will be worth watching. This is all for tomorrow, of course. Specifically, it's live streamed on YouTube. Specifically because stablecoins are just like, they're the easiest thing to make crypto universal. It's the first step. You get stablecoins, you earn a yield. You do a little bit of basic DeFi. There'll be wallets that will just be passkeys only, like Infinex or email login. It'll be really, really simple. There'll be vaults kind of enabled with insurance in the future. And then it's just this rippling effect and people start to own Sol or stake Sol. Stake with Validate.com, of course. And in addition to that, you know, buy Bitcoin and whatnot. I reckon it's going to be absolutely massive. There's a whole lot of good stuff. I'm going to try and catch as much stuff as possible, but of course you're welcome to chat to me if you see me. Deepin at 11:51. I don't really think Solana is like the best blockchain suited for Deepin, but it is a general purpose and you can make it work. And so I want to see what is building in this space, because Deepin, I think, has proper product market fit. The incentivization with tokens to build network effects is really, really fantastic. I'm super, super keen for, of course, MetaDAO at 106 and Meteor at 120. Meteor, by the way, I know I talk about it, and I don't shield things, but I talk about things, the pros and cons of things, the mistakes, the things that do well. But Meteor is something that I think within 3 months, it's going to be the most amount of trading volume. It's just going to grow and grow and grow. So please, learn Meteor. You want some sort of Met airdrop, in my opinion. They're going to do excellent. Excuse me. Range of Finance. There's so many good dApps out there. Range of Finance with Barrett at 127. Range of Finance is an aggregator. So you can go there. It's going to get the best prices. Kind of like sometimes it's going to put an order through Dupe, sometimes through Flash Trade, sometimes through Drift. And there'll be others that will be integrated in the future. Then there's the stablecoin kind of revolution, why everyone will have a stablecoin. 142. I also chatted to the guys at CastCard, which I always talk about because it's something that I use literally daily. So get yourself a CastCard, use the code SebMonty. It's a fantastic card as well. It's just going to be continuously epic. But one thing that I'm really excited for is very, very very, very hyped in my mind, and that is You Don't Need a Sex. And that is 203 with Infinex, Kane, and Mert from Helios. The other things that if you've got the ability to watch it. I think it's super, super relevant. But you can also see like MetaMask is making more of an effort into Solana. Wallet Connect, more of an effort. I'm not bullish on either of them for Solana, to be perfectly honest. I'm not going to beat Backpack, Soulflare, Phantom, and Dupe Mobile, but they're going where they think they're going to be treated best, which is just to show how much strength there is in Solana. In addition to this, Solana kind of dipped down to like 160 and it's back up to 180. Hopefully we go higher and higher and higher. It's a good thing to maybe practice with DLMing Meteor, like I did a strategy a couple of days ago. Didn't yield a massive amount, but it's yielding and it's fun. And you get some, experience in the game. That's my day one update. I'm really, really pumped to be here. I think between now and our breakpoint, it's going to be it's going to be a fun time. I think to be perfectly honest, this is definitely the time to put in a lot of effort into just learning and making DeFi gains and not risking too much, being very, very aware that staking Solana is your safest bet. I know I have a validator, validator.com, and I do encourage you to stake with us. But not just that, because there's just so much more attention for Solana. Also, Marinade Soul filing an ETF as well. I mean, you can file an ETF and that could take 6 months, who knows? But even just filing the ETF means that we could get Marinade Soul as a ability for people to go and buy this, and they're getting the yield on it, which Ethereum doesn't even have. And this is a key thing. You don't really want an ETF for something when you're missing out on 7 to 8% per year. So across everything, like if it's Solana, it's looking really good. And I still need to go and have a chat to some people regarding SVMs as well. So I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you tomorrow.